Alongside Brock Heward in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we usually at this point talk about a quarterback, talk about a Will Reichert has it all teed up. And we're underway in Atlanta. Returning it from the 4. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And we'll take a glance at their 7th-year QB.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here he's got to play some clean ball.
2nd and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. New set of downs for him from the 46.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Milton Williams making the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing now from the gun. Throwing across his body, and it backfires. Interception. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position, but to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly considered too much. That is until he started that return, baby, and they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
That one splits the uprights, and the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Falcons and Rashee Rice readying for a new series on offense. And this truly has been an excellent campaign for him, sitting among the NFL's top 5 in receiving yards. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Whistles sound as the defense decides to call timeout. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Brought in right side. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing now off play action. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. They'll throw it again. Pass complete to Walker. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Looking to the air here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out in his 6th season in the league now is their quarterback.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a big old win last week.
That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Setting up a throw. Short pass brought in. This is ahead for about 5. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he'll get it up to the 44. All right, set now. 1st and 10. They go right back to Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 46. He's got Harrison. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
First down, Houston.
Another carry for him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Motioning the tight end now. From the 41. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived.
Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Here's a throw. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there. Will Reichert now to try the field goal. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. Smith able to put it through. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle. Here's Reichert set to kick this away.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
The Falcons start headed. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's brought down for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Staying with Walker. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Gets him, caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Texans grab it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Now movement as somebody goes early, and for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Has it in close. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds. Smith able to put it through. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession. Here's Reichert set to kick this away.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time that he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
The Falcons ready for their next possession. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. He'll look to throw. And he won't escape this. The Texans take him down. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. Back to throw. Complete over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Punt team on the field. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's the one back on the handoff. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They'll begin the quarter with 3rd and 2. Looking for a throw here. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Play action on 1st down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Pass play coming here. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. He'll throw it yet again. The throw is caught. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Oh, 1st and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that, so let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards. And now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. So now we get a stoppage. Looks like a timeout called by the defense. Throwing power with a big tight end. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Oh, they'll try and run it in. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Texans stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Reichard there to tack on the extra point. And the Texans push the lead to 20. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to Walker from the gun. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
That's good for a Falcons first down.
They'll go with Walker on the counter. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go now. Set go. Check.
Running with Walker again. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the Texans' 42-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the sack. No one open, so he chucks this to another county. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They'll try and throw it here. He's going to push one deep down the right. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
On the deep ball.
On now comes their punter. Back deep is Sims. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. Throw left side, complete. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. 2nd and 3 now.
2nd and 3 at the 14-yard line.
Dropping back to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And now it's 3rd and short. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Oh, stiff arm. Breaks through, and he might break away. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Houston.
Harrison secures this left side. And this one doesn't go far. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd
From the 37. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Into traffic, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
It's a gain of 10. And the Texans first down.
They are throwing it again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Texans set to punt. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And in a 3-score game, Brock, they have to find a way to reestablish some control here. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. 2nd and 3 now.
Out of bounds at the 22-yard line. A 7-yard pick.
They're going play action.
2nd and 3.
He completes it in traffic. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. It's the Falcons with a 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. From the 45 on 2nd down. Fits it through the middle. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons chop some of the lead off before the half. Looking to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons drop the lead back to 13. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Sims now on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Setting up the screen. Has some daylight through the 40. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. He'll throw it. Caught along the left sideline, but he didn't. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2.
Previous play is under review.
So upon further review and a consultation from Game Day Central, the call overturned. Still sticking with the passing game. That's Mitchell on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll throw it again. Setting up the running back screen. And he gets this forward to the 19. Houston calls it second timeout. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 19. Taken in by Harrison. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Smith able to put it through. And that'll give him a 16-point advantage. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives.
And I guess we'll follow up with the rest of the NFL after this one ends. We're moving right along to the start of the second half. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Sims now on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Texans headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They've got first down from the 31. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back-to-back carries here. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down. He's going to throw this one. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 39. It's caught left side by Mitchell. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He breaks the tackle. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. They'll throw it. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. A tight end in motion now. They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
The Falcons getting close, and they take him down! And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Ben, even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And oh, he got it! Interception!
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throwing the out route complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Completes this one to Rice. And he goes out. Just needed one more step to reach midfield. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
The running back gets it on the draw. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Now looking to throw. He puts some power on a deep one left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And that brings up 4th and long. So out now comes the punter. And they could really use a good one here. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. The Texans are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 21. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. That's a pickup of 9. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
1st down, Texans.
Pass play now. Complete out to the right. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll throw on 1st. He's got Harrison. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run here on first down. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at it, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Tight end going in motion here. Throw on third down. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he missed it. It's no good. And it stays a 2-score game at 16 points.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Throwing from the gun here. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Here we go.
They're throwing it. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Hauled in by Rice. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. That one in the books is a 48-yard punt. And it's going to be Texans football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. To the air now on 1st and 10. Taken in by Mitchell, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 43. Gets this one to Harrison. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Back to throw now. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield. And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
They are throwing it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. Only one quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. From the same spot as an extra point here, 32 yards. Smith able to put it through and make this a 19.3 score advantage.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 31. Brought in right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man. And you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. First down, ball at the 36.
Let's go. Reload. Bronco switch.
Looking to the air here. Finds his man Rice. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Falcons will have a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Setting up a throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. Looks like play has been paused. We've got a timeout taken by the defense. They give it to him again. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Number 13, the ball carrier.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Going to the ground again on first. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They gain 14 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down. This time it's a passing play. Hits him on the in route. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. One after try good by Reichert. And the Texans continue piling on to this lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away.
Will Reichert to kick off.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's a throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
To throw it on 1st down. Continuing to move past the 45. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Finds the in route complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42. Cut out left. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
37-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Hits his running back. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
They'll throw it again. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders...
And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, It really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons get it back to a 19-point deficit. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And the Texans secure that kick, no problem. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
And the Falcons get a fifth defensive back out there. Third down coming. From midfield now. Dump off caught by his back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. From the 25 on 2nd down. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Texans will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The Texans returning their offense and this running back to the field. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Another carry for him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Taken in by Harrison. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the Texans come away with the road win. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Texans as we say goodbye from Atlanta.